Hello everyone, my name is Matthew, and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to Lesson 40 of Hebrew Basics, a series where we learn the essentials of Hebrew grammar. For quite a while, we've known that Hebrew doesn't use the present tense of the verb to be, which in English would be verbs like am, is, or are. If necessary, it will instead use the pronouns who, he, him, and hein, he, she, and masculine and feminine they, to mean is and are. However, Hebrew does have a verb to be, which is from the root he, yod, he. This yod, by the way, is a consonant, not a vowel. So this root is not hollow like the root shin, yod, resh, whose yod acts as a vowel. This root he, yod, he ends with he, which in the infinitive will change into a tav. So the infinitive to be is lihiyot. With most infinitives of roots beginning with he, the first two vowels change to a patach and patach shva, but this change does not happen with this particular root. Let's see the past tense of the verb lihiyot. With roots ending with he, the hu, he form will have both vowels as a kamatz. So he was is haya. The third root letter he will then change into a yod that says e in the following forms. The ani, I form, with the t ending, hayiti, I was. The ata, you masculine singular form, with the ta ending, hayita, you were masculine singular. The at, you feminine singular form, with the t ending, hayit, you were feminine singular. And the anachnu, we form, with the nu ending, hayinu, we were. In the atem and aten, you masculine and feminine plural forms, the kamatz shortens to a patach shva. The atem form adds tem to make hayitem, ye were masculine plural, and the aten form adds ten to make hayiten, ye were feminine plural. The form for heim and hein, they, takes haya, he was, removes the third letter he with the kamatz before it, and adds u to make hayu, they were. Lastly, the he, she form, takes haya, shortens the vowel under the second root letter to a shva, changes the third root letter he to a tav, and adds an a ending. The root letter yod now comes after an a vowel and has a shva. This spelling makes the yod sound become an I vowel along with the kamatz. So the verb she was is hayta. Let's say we were hungry, where the we is a mixed group of both men and women. We were will be the verb hayinu, with the nu ending that shows that the subject is we and the tense is past. Hungry will be the masculine plural form of ra'ev, which is ra'evim. Hayinu ra'evim. We were hungry. Hayinu ra'evim. Let's also say she was sad. She was is hayta, with the a ending. And sad will be the feminine singular form of atzuv, sad, which is atzuva, with an a ending. Hayta atzuva. She was sad. Hayta atzuva. Now let's see the future tense of the verb lihiyot. Like the infinitive, with this particular verb, the future tense will have a shva under the first root letter he, which would usually be forced to have a patach shva. We can see this shva in the verb ehyeh, which means I will be, which has an olive prefix that shows that the subject is I and the tense is future. Because of the third root letter he, the last vowel will be a segol instead of the cholam used in regular forms of the future tense. With a t prefix, we get tihyeh, which means either you will be masculine singular or she will be. With a ye prefix, we get yihyeh, he will be, and with a ni prefix, we get nihyeh, we will be. The other future tense forms will be made from tihiye and yihiye. These roots that end with hey will take off that last root letter hey before adding the endings of these future tense forms. Tihiyi means you will be feminine singular. Tihiyu means you will be masculine plural. And tihiena means you will be feminine plural, or they will be in feminine form. Yihiyu means they will be in masculine form. Let's say they will be tired, where the they is all women. The verb they will be can be tihiena. They will be in feminine form. However, in modern Hebrew, it is more common to use the form yihiyu, which means they will be for both masculine and feminine groups. Tired is ayef, and the feminine plural form of this is ayefot. Yihiyu ayefot. They will be tired. Yihiyu ayefot. We've learned before that the word yesh means there is or there are, and ein means there is not or there are not. These words are only used in the present. If we want to say there will be in the future or there was in the past, we will use the verb lihiot in the necessary form. For example, to say there is a dog, we say yesh kelev. But to say there was a dog, we must use a past tense form of the verb lihiot. Kelev is a masculine singular subject, that is a he, so this past tense verb will be haya. Haya kelev. There was a dog. To say there will be a dog, we use the future tense of lihiot to mean there will be. This verb will again be in the hu, he form, which is yihiye. Yihiye kelev. There will be a dog. Yihiye kelev. To say there is not a dog, we say ein kelev, using ein, which means there is not. In tenses other than the present, instead of saying ein, we will use the word lo, not, with the correct form of lihiot. Lo haya kelev, there was not a dog. Lo yihiye kelev, there will not be a dog. Yesh and ein don't change depending on the gender or number of their subject, but the verb lihiot will. Tzipor means bird, and is a feminine noun in Hebrew, a she. So to say there was a bird, we say hayta tzipor, using the verb hayta, which is the he, she form of the past tense of lihiot. There will be a bird is tihiye tzipor, again with the future tense verb agreeing with its subject. Cats is chatulim, a masculine plural noun. There were cats is hayu chatulim, with the verb hayu, which is used for subjects that are a they, like the plural cats. There will be cats is yihiyu chatulim, once again with the matching future tense verb. Before we end today, let's quickly go over the imperative of lihiot, which is slightly irregular, since it will have the first vowel as a segul shva. The command be for a man, masculine singular, is heye. For a woman, feminine singular, is heyi. For a masculine plural group is heyu. And for a feminine plural group is heyena. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. And if you want to learn more Hebrew, please consider subscribing to my channel and checking out some of my other videos. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.